Hi there, Chris from Rise of the Cosmic Serpent here with another battle report. In this battle report, we'll be fighting Necrons against Eldar Corsair from Imperial Armor 11. It'll be Annihilation and Spearhead. And in this video, I'll have my friend Pete here, who's playing the Necrons.
Hey, this is Pete. Just setting up my first try with my Necrons led by Imhotep. You just see that ghost arc there. As I was setting up, my plan for those was going to let my Cryptex or my Royal Court hijack that from the troops, take advantage of it.
And so with the Necrons deployed, I deploy all my Corsairs and Voidstorms inside the main building. The jet bikes, I'm intending on flanking with them, and all the planes and Vipers hide behind the shadow of the building as the Necrons will most likely go first. I try and steal initiative and fail, and so we get ready for the Necrons' initial movement, waiting to see what little robots and stuff can do. And so the jet bikes, they flank. I was planning on coming in behind those Necron warriors, but I wasn't too sure what he was going to do with all that stuff back there, so I figured I might as well use them as a distraction and hopefully split off some of his stuff.
So in my first turn, pretty much moved my destroyers forward, took a shot with a Tachyon arrow from my destroyer lord, which pretty much failed, and my Royal Court hijacked that Ghost Arc and started to move it forward to take advantage of the abyssal staffs that they were carrying and do some flaming.
Flaming. Yeah, and so with a minimum of Necron firing, we go into the Corsair first turn, and so I maneuver my jet bikes and my planes around to kind of come in on that Ghost Arc. I maneuver the Corsair squads inside the building to get their fusion guns on the Ghost Arc, which they do manage to destroy. And so the Cryptex all had to jump out and start walking. And so the rest of the army was set up so that I could try and get some shots in them, but I only managed to lay a couple of them down on the ground. And yeah, that was about it. Move back, try and grab some cover, try and stay in cover. I basically was planning on keeping all my guys inside the building for its cover.
So here I am coming into turn 2, and I actually managed to roll all 5 of my reserve rolls, and you can see those scarabs coming forward to do some damage. I've got a Death Mark unit and a Praetorian unit that have dropped down to try and do some damage, and that Royal Court put it right up against that building after losing their Ghost Arc, and they had their revenge with that S8AP1 flame template.
Yeah, that
cleaned
sucked
out that building. Yeah, I enjoyed that immensely. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Should have actually, in my original strategy, ran that command barge up a little faster than I did. And of course, here we've got some of my reserve Necron troops jumping out at you.
Death Mark shot at them.
Yeah, Death Marks knock them, or mark them. And here we go, bringing in those scarabs. And by the time I was done, 40 wounds, if I recall correctly.
Like, 40 wounds.
Yeah, that was a
ridiculous amount of attacks anyway. Oof.
Yeah.
And so with the casualties starting to mount on my side, the Flyers really are only the saving grace in my army. The Vipers target the Death Marks, trying to knock all of them out, trying to clear the backfield out. The Voidstorms try and hold the building off. The Cryptex managed to kill off the Prince and the Corsair squad. You can see all the jet bikes got wiped out by those little scarabs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so basically all the planes target pretty much everything they can. We're trying to concentrate fire on specific points, trying to maximize on angles and trying to minimize the amount of return fire. And so you can see here, managed to knock down all but one Death Mark, all but one Praetorian there. Managed to take the scarabs down quite a bit though. They don't like shrieking cannon fire.
Any ordnance.
Yeah, they don't like that. I don't know why. And so I try to position myself real quickly here to try and deny the Cryptex from coming back, but he failed the rolls anyway.
Yeah. Well, I failed most of the rolls. I managed to get one back. Or no, two.
Yeah.
Now you've taken an opportunity to run some of my troops are in hiding or in cover. They're up, and then that Destroyer Lord and that primary Cryptek came up. Praetorians moving forward. My strategy at this point was to try and get in base contact. Could not get those death marks close enough to that far unit, though I was trying to take them out. They were marked. I was thinking an inch short.
Yeah, you were an inch short.
Yeah. And then here we got Scarabs and my Praetorians trying to get into base contact to do some damage.
Yeah,
but
fast skimmers are hard to hit.
Yeah, didn't do much. And of course, a little bit of flame template S8 AP1 going again, and I think I pretty much cleaned out the building at this point. Or did I leave one? You put one of my guys down.
Yeah.
Or both down. One came back up.
Yeah. And so Corsair turn 3. I'm still up to my eyeballs in Necrons that I gotta try and deal with. And so the Vipers continue to target the death mark, and I'm pretty sure we took them out that time. The Phoenix and Nightwing take care of the Scarabs and what's left of the Praetorians. I don't think they take them out this round. The fusion guns in the back of that command barge, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
We managed to do that. And so it goes down, leaving
Imhotep
walking. Yeah.
He was walking at this point.
Yeah, so Praetorian's laying down on the ground, taking a nice little nap. Oh, look at who's missing his ride. And then so I think that was it. Oh yeah, and we managed to knock down a bunch of them warriors with the bombers.
And left one standing.
Left one standing there, and then in the back knocked 6 of them down here. And so of those guys, a few of them stood back up, and then only 2 stood back up in front of the monolith, which didn't help matters very much.
So here we are now sucking through the portal some of those Necrons that were out in behind while I ran a couple up that I still had standing. And my remaining Praetorians and those couple of Necrons out front took a shot at that one Corsair unit.
Yeah.
And here we've got the Gauss Flux Arcs and the Particle Whips coming into range and trying to do some damage
to the flyers.
To the flyers without too much success anyway.
Yeah.
But I did manage to take out that small unit, and Imhotep never did get a chance to get into close combat.
And so with the Corsair's turn, the bombers continue to target the warriors. For now, we're trying to ignore the monolith. The Void Storms are down to 3 guys inside that building, but they're managing to hold on against that Cryptek.
They kept putting them down in close combat.
Yeah, they kept putting them down in close combat. That's what it was.
The Eternal Warrior kept coming back.
But you kept coming back and then locking me in combat,
yep,
as it were. And so, managed to try and shoot at the Imhotep, but managed to knock a wound off of him. And yeah, the Praetorians are gone. And so that would lead us right into Necron turn 5.
And so here we are again, Monolith laying down Gauss Flux Arcs and Particle Whips, and not doing any real damage whatsoever to those flyers. But
yeah, so here we are, turn 5 for the Corsairs. They managed to win the combat in the building. It's just Imhotep and the Cryptek and Monolith. And so the Nightwing takes his 2 Brightland shots into the monolith and manages to destroy it. And so with that destroyed, just the Cryptek and what's his name? Imhotep. They both stand back up, and we don't bother rolling because it's just 2 guys on the ground.
And Imhotep's leaving to fight another day. The Stormlord will return.
Yeah, so just 2 guys left on the table, a bunch of planes flying around. You kind of got to call it. And so the game ends. Corsair win.
Yeah, what was it? Corsairs 11, Necrons 5.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Good game.
Good game.